Okay, I'll just tell you a little bit about our Viva business courses, James. We decided to offer business courses about a year ago, and what we did is we decided to offer something a little bit different, not the standard business courses that most colleges offer. So we collaborated with TAFE in Queensland and with a number of universities in Queensland to offer a course that is something a little bit different and is something that will benefit overseas students who can work through our English programs, study business with us, and get pathways into universities in Queensland. So the course that we offer is a course that is designed to make it easy for students to get into university, and we have agreements with a number of universities to get directly into the second year. And the difference between our course and other business courses is that ours has been designed by TAFE and by various Queensland universities, and Viva is the only private college at the moment that offers this particular course. We have 3 business courses in total. The first is that we have a Certificate 3 in Business Administration. The second is a Certificate 4 in Business, and the last is a Diploma of Business Studies. And it's the diploma that lets students have pathways into various universities. The commencement date might be 5 weeks, it might be 6 weeks that you have to wait to get in, but the course lasts for 10 weeks. The entry requirements to get into our Certificate 3 are successful completion of Year 10 or equivalent in your home country, and an IELTS score of 5.0 or equivalent. If you haven't done an IELTS test, then you can do an Oxford Placement test at Viva. We don't charge for that. It takes about 2 hours, and the student can do it any day at Viva College. As an example of the courses or the modules that the students study, there are a range of courses here that include both courses that are focused on further studies and courses that are focused on business skills like management, accounting. You can see we do accounting subjects, maintain general ledger, process payroll, but we also do things like writing simple documents, doing oral presentations. So there's a range of courses that cover both further academic studies and business skills as well. The Certificate 4 course is slightly longer. It's an extra 6 weeks. So it's 16 weeks of full-time study. Once again, students can enroll approximately every 6 weeks. If a student is interested in Certificate 4, I suggest that they contact us directly and we can tell them the enrollment dates. And the entry requirements are slightly different. We'd like our students to have year 11 or equivalent and an IELTS score of 5.0 still. The modules in Certificate 4 become slightly more complicated, and we have, as an example, some business technology modules, slightly more complicated financial subjects, and students start doing proper business reports. They go out and do market research for some of the marketing subjects and present that information in report format, and it just becomes a little bit more in-depth, a little bit more critical thinking involved in the Certificate 4 subjects. We get onto the diploma, which is probably our most popular course at the moment. It can be done in 38 weeks. Most of our students will do this in 38 weeks, but it is a fairly intensive 38 weeks of study, and if the students want to take a little bit longer, they can take a break in the middle of that period and resume their studies a bit later. It just gives them a bit of a rest if they want. Once again, students can commence approximately every 6 weeks in our diploma course, and the entry requirements are slightly higher for this. We'd like our students to have an IELTS equivalency of 5.5 and completion of year 12. These are Viva requirements. There are certain universities, if the student wants to articulate into some universities, they might need to have higher qualifications than this to get into the more prestigious universities in Queensland. Some of the sample modules for the diploma include economics, business information analysis, and management principles. There are about 6 or 7 modules. If the student undertakes a diploma, there are a lot of common subjects or common modules across Certificate 3, across Certificate 4, and then the final more difficult subjects. So what happens is the students' skills are slowly being increased. The subjects are getting gradually more and more difficult as we go through the diploma course. And once again here we can add up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 plus 3 breaks. That gives us the 38 weeks. The partnerships we have with the universities here. So for instance with QUT, which is probably Queensland's most prestigious university, they have a requirement that if our students want to articulate into their program, they have Year 12 equivalency, they have completed an English for academic purposes course at Viva, and they've successfully completed the diploma. We also have agreements with Griffith University and a number of other universities whereby the students can get into second year at those institutions after completing our diploma. Why choose Viva? Well, there's a couple of good reasons why we would choose Viva. The first is, as I mentioned to you earlier, the diploma has been designed by TAFE and selected universities, and this is currently only offered by Viva and TAFE. We have agreements with universities to articulate into the second year of their program, so the student can save time and money in their studies. We have small classes, so unlike universities where you might have 400 students in a business class, we have at the moment we have pretty small classes. It is the early stages of our course, but you'll probably find you'll be in a class with less than a dozen students. So you do get that, the student does get that individual attention from the teacher. We have flexible timetables. As I mentioned earlier, the student can do the diploma in 38 weeks, but if they choose to take a break in the middle of that, we can work out a break that suits the student. Maybe they want to go home, maybe they want to just go and do some traveling in Australia. They can take a 5-week period off in the middle of their studies and then resume their studies after that break. We have experienced teachers. All of our teachers have industry experience in the field that they're teaching, whether that be business or finance or marketing, and they all have obviously the Certificate 4 in training and assessing, and they have relevant degrees or diplomas in those fields as well. We offer English support for all of our students because we have an English college on campus as well. All of our students can attend free classes in things like communication skills, so they can have conversation partners which the college organizes for free, and they can attend those classes on various afternoons. So there's a great support mechanism and network for the students who study at Viva, for their English side and for their business side. We have in-class access to information technology, the internet and the intranet. The students take their laptops into classroom. The lessons are delivered using PowerPoint. The students can follow along using their laptops and they can ask questions. We encourage a very participatory environment where the students ask questions, the teachers answer questions, and it's just a very friendly atmosphere in the classroom. It's not a very formal lecture type environment, and the students have access to their computers during the class time. And finally, for 2007, all of our diploma students get a free laptop as well, which has wireless access, and they can use that in the classroom. So a lot of great reasons to choose Viva College as opposed to other business colleges, and I think the students who've passed through our course so far are very happy with what we're delivering. So, good overview.